Hello, Careblazers. It is Saturday and it's sunny here in Arizona. It's awesome fall day, a little chilly in the morning, but it's about to warm up. I'm so excited. So I have been spending today, I just got done giving my last live care class. I had so much fun. So we talked about how you can manage dementia caregiver stress, how you can lower it without needing any extra time, money, or hired help. I truly believe that's possible. I gave some specific tools people could walk away and use. I had a blast answering all of your live Q&A sessions. I'm still kind of riding high from being done with that care class, so I thought I would just hop in here real quick, see if anybody is on and if anybody had any quick questions. This is also like 24 hours left to join my special care program, where you get access to some exclusive videos, you get access to live Q&As with me to kind of talk about how you're doing in your situation, brainstorm some different ideas of what we could do to help. So excited for all the new members who have just joined that class and who are being welcomed into that class right now. I just get it's just such an honor to be able to get to know you guys and help you out in your situation. This also happens to be about my 3rd year anniversary of posting videos live on YouTube, just answering your questions about dementia, like common questions I hear in my practice. And it's been a wild ride. I had no idea that it was going to turn into what it's turned into, but I'm at almost 26,000 subscribers. And so you guys give me like the motivation and energy to keep going and answer all of your questions. Please know that whenever you leave a comment beneath my video, I do read them, even if I can't respond to them all. So if you ever have a specific topic that you want to see me do a future video on, or a specific question that you have that I could do a future video on, you just leave them below any of my videos and I'll read it. And I have a running list of future video topics that I randomly just choose a topic to write about, and then I record a video on it. So besides that, how is everybody doing today? I am, well, my car broke down, so I'm probably gonna go figure out my car situation here for the rest of the day. But yeah, I'm just hopping on to say hello, happy Saturday. It doesn't look like any of you guys have questions. That's strange. Hello, Maria. I know you from, we've emailed back and forth a couple times, Maria. I hope you're doing well. Peggy, it's still dementia. So you don't know if it's dementia just based on kind of what's in the brain. It's how it is expressed. A lot of times people actually have, like, their brain actually has signs of dementia, but it's not actually expressed and coming out in their life until later on. So whether or not there's plaques or tau or tangles, it does not mean that it is dementia until all of the symptoms start to come out and it's significantly impacting their daily life. Hey, Jane, thanks for your help and guidance. Thank you. I appreciate having you. Yep. Hello, L. Johnson. Hallucinations are common in dementia. You can have visual hallucinations where somebody sees something that's not there, but their brain tells them it's there. So if you try to say it's not there, that's not going to work. And you can have auditory hallucinations where you hear things that aren't there. There's also other hallucinations like taste hallucinations and tactile hallucinations of feeling. Those are less common. In dementia, pretty much the visual hallucinations are the most common. And you just want to try to comfort them as much as possible, tell them that they're safe, that they're going to be okay, and distract them and get them to a new area. But yeah. It's possible, Ebony. So you might want to just make sure after she's done that you help her clean her hands. I'm sorry you're struggling with a recurrent nightmare, Peggy. It's awful sometimes to wake up with bad dreams like that. So yeah, Ebony, I would definitely make sure she's washing her hands. And, it's possible that that's a sign that maybe now your patient has progressed to a stage where she might need a little bit more supervision. You still want them to try to do whatever they can for themselves, but maybe you need to be in there a little bit more often and observe and help out when needed. Oh, that's hard. Your mom has had a rapid change in mood, very snappy and angry. Whenever there is a big change in mood that's sudden, I always just encourage people to make sure they go get checked out for an underlying infection like a UTI, so that that's ruled out. And then otherwise you do exactly what you did, where you try to come up with a strategy to kind of handle the situation. How can you stop him from long periods of anger? You kind of want to look for the triggers of anger. Like, what is triggering the anger? What signs and symptoms does he show ahead right before he gets angry? And then you want to intervene at that point. You want to kind of look for patterns. Like, what is it that's causing him to be angry? How can you kind of avoid and sidestep and get in front of it? Any advice to stop picking? My husband continually picks his face even while sleeping. The first thing that comes to my mind, Jane, is to keep his hands busy. Is there something he can do, a project he can work on, something he can help with? Even if he's not doing it the best way, or it's not like done in the correct way, as long as he's safe and it's not causing a danger, can you keep his hands busy? Maybe even some gloves to minimize the damage of what he's doing. Also just making sure, I don't know if he's actually having some sort of like physical sensation of itchiness and things like that, you can talk to his doctor about. But in terms of behaviorally, keeping his hands busy with something, asking for his help with something might help minimize some of that. So, but Careblazers, I do want to let you know, tomorrow, midnight Eastern time, shuts down my course, my program. I have a special program I put together where I hop on live frequently. It's much more detailed. We get specific into your situations. We brainstorm different ideas. You get exclusive videos not available anywhere else. You get a lot of extra bonuses like help from a nutritionist on how to get your diet under control, how to meal prep to save time, help with exercise, help with relaxation. It's just a really cool program I put together. I've offered it 3 times. This is actually my 3rd time I'm offering it. I only offer it a couple times a year. It closes down tomorrow, midnight Eastern is the last time to join this special group of Careblazers. If you want to work with me further, if you want to ask me more questions, if you want, feel like you need a little bit more support and understanding in your caregiving journey, I really encourage you to join my program. I'll actually drop a link so you can learn more. If you have any specific questions about it, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. I'll answer just a couple more questions here before I get started with my Saturday and try to figure out what I'm doing with my broke car. So it's possible, Rosa, that the medication that your mom is on is really strong and that it's making her sleep all the time. So this is just feedback. When your loved one gets on a new medication and their behavior changes, you just want to update the provider, like this seems like this is making her really tired. It might be that the medication just needs to be reduced a little bit to try to help. Is it normal for family members to dismiss a caregiver's suggestions, and how do people handle this feeling? A lot of times what this means is that the family member just doesn't totally understand what's going on, and it's up to us to try to find new ways of relaying the information. A lot of times there's a lot of emotions, like not taking it personally. Like for family members, they might be struggling with guilt or difficult feelings of having to have another caregiver provide care for their loved one instead of them doing it themselves. A lot of it is just the approach that you take and the tact that you take in talking to the family members. Also making sure that you share the wins and successes and happy stories along the way, so that every time you see the family members, it's not always about what's wrong or what they need to change. You want to kind of foster the relationship. Jeff, hello. So Jeff is a member of my care program. He was one of the original members. I'm in my 3rd season. He's awesome. Jeff, I just did my very last live care class. Literally, I hopped off that live care class and hopped on YouTube Live because I was still like riding a high from all the awesome live Q&A in there. But I used your example in my gratitude. So, I talk about using gratitude as a way to help manage caregiver stress. Every day, what are you grateful for? What are you appreciative for? What are the little things? And I made it a point to talk about making sure you acknowledge the little things, that it doesn't always have to be the big things. And I used your example of floss today because I'm like, really, I have never shown appreciation for floss, but yeah, I'm appreciative for it. That would be a pretty miserable life if I never had floss in my life. So your example yesterday was awesome, and I totally stole it and used it today. All right. Join the course. Oh, Mary. Okay. Join the course today after the live course. Looking forward to it. I'm not alone anymore. You are not alone anymore, Mary. I'm so excited to have you as part of the course. Quite a few of you joined after that live care class. I'm so excited. It seems to get like better and better each time. And I'm excited to get going with you. You will start getting emails. Well, for you in particular, you'll get an email tomorrow for your mug. And then on Monday, the 4th, you'll get email with all the live Q&As, times and dates, and all that stuff. So I'm so excited. How can I keep my Nana? Has been going in hospital. How can I help my Nana out if she has sleeping in day, but not at night? How can I do? Okay. It sounds like maybe you're thinking of the days and nights have switched is what it might sound like. So you're not going to be able to make the change quickly overnight, but you want to slowly start to minimize how much she's sleeping during the day. So like if she's napping for a long time during the day, you want to try to wake her up every now and then. You want to try to get her involved in an activity. What you're trying to do is trying to switch back the days and nights, because what's happening now is she's sleeping all day. She's not tired at night, so she's not going to sleep at night. So it's going to take you a little bit of waking her up during the day, trying to keep her engaged, having conversations with her, getting her involved in activities during the day. And it might be a rough week of like trying to keep her awake, let her nap every now and then, but keeping her active, and a lot of effort from you and trying to keep her engaged, but it'll pay off when she starts to get more tired at night and goes to sleep. So, all right, Careblazers, I was just hopping in to say happy Saturday, see what questions I can answer, let you guys know how much I appreciate you. New video tomorrow on Careblazers TV. It'll be a follow-up for yesterday's video, last week's video on how to speak to somebody with dementia with dignity and respect. Tomorrow's video is how to provide direct care to somebody with dementia with dignity and respect. Yeah, wow, my patient never naps. Yeah, so, and that's the thing, like every situation is different, right? You can have the same exact person, well, you can have a person with the same exact type of dementia and the same stage of dementia, and they don't always act in the same way. That's why sometimes it's nice to have a little bit more like personalized care and a little bit more feedback on how do you respond to some of these things. So that's kind of what we do in my course, is figuring out, okay, what's going on in your specific situation? Let's talk about it in the live Q&A and let's figure it out. Careblazers, I hope you have an awesome Saturday. If you want to learn more about the course, there is a link, you can click on it. And I'm so excited to start this course on Monday with everybody. Jeff, thank you for being here. Sonora, hello, thank you. Robert, Thelma, is it normal to have sexual desires? Yeah. Sometimes in dementia, the frontal lobe kind of goes, and that's kind of what keeps a lot of our socially appropriate behaviors in check. And especially like in frontotemporal dementia, they kind of get like hypersexual. Jane, thank you for being here. T.S. Courtney, nice to see you. Maria, you hang in there. It's been nice to hear you. Peggy, hang in there. L. Johnson, all of you guys. I just hopped in as a surprise. So happy to have you guys here. Hope you get your car fixed. Whew. I hope so too. Okay. Julie, it's entirely possible. Because that decline happened so quickly and overnight, it's a possibility. Take her to the doctor. They can have her checked out, give you some more information. Dementia does progress and get worse with time, but when it's a really sudden change like that really quickly, it's always worthwhile to get checked out. All right, Careblazers, I'm wishing you all the best. I hope that whatever you do today, you do something nice for yourself. Doesn't have to cost any money, doesn't have to take a lot of time, but you deserve good care too. All right, I'm headed off here, figure out the car, and have a great weekend, everybody.